What's up, guys? So get the popcorn popping, get the swords poured, hurry up, make love to your wife, and get right back out here because it's time for Lucha Libre News Rant Show only on Peter Buddy. Now, I do apologize for kind of always having a blank background. I'm working on it. I got a couple things coming in shortly, so when it arrives, I'll have definitely a cooler background for the show. But moving on with things, so Triple Mania is around the corner, and the card is getting pretty full for it. Certain things are still to be announced, even though it's around the corner. So I kind of figured I'd pick a couple predictions for some of the bigger matchups. Now, Psycho Clown versus Ray Scorpion is mask versus hair match. And this one, I'm taking Psycho Clown to win it, just because Psycho Clown has been in so many other mask versus hair matches and mask versus mask matches. He's been in them in several different like Triple Manias and other bigger pay-per-views. He's been involved in those types of matchups, and he always wins those matches. And especially with Ray Scorpion, he's had long hair, short hair, long hair, short hair, which really leads me to believe that he's just gonna cut it again and go bald. So there really is no big mystery of who's gonna win it. Like, we pretty much all know that Psycho Clown's going to actually win that matchup. I probably would have gone with something different, something a little less predictable. Maybe not Psycho Clown. Maybe somebody else. I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head, but even Laredo Kid, there you go. I probably would have even gone with him, even though I know he's set for another match that night, but something a little less predictable for sure. Another matchup is the Omega World Heavyweight title, which is Omega versus Andre. I'm going to go with Andre to actually pull the win on this one, simply because of the fact that usually what AAA is pretty much known for is that, they'll have a luchador or a wrestler win the world title and then not defend it for the whole entire year and then lose it at Triple Mania. It always happens. They do it every year, especially when American wins it. They kind of will come in, win the title, disappear for a year, come back, lose the title, and be gone. And I really think that's what's going to happen this time. I think, Andre is just going to win it at this one. I'm just picking Andre for sure. Now we have Fabi Apache versus Diona. Now this is a champion versus champion, title versus title. Apparently it's the Knockouts Women's Champion versus the AAA Women's Champion, title versus title. I'm thinking Fabi to win it. I would be really surprised if she actually loses this one. I would be really shocked. It would be the shocker of the night for sure. I can't see her losing that title or really losing that at all. Plus, this wouldn't be the first time that we've seen a title versus title. We also seen one when God, my names are blanking on me right now, but we seen one a couple of years ago when oh God, Tyra Valkyrie. When Tyra Valkyrie, she was the AAA Women's title. She went on to face, my name is blanking, Blanchard. Toy Blanchard's daughter there. I can't remember her name now. But anyway, she was the Knockouts champion, and they went at it, and, she won both of them. Tyra ended up winning both of them. So it's not the first time that we've seen, a women's champion versus champion when AAA and Impact are concerned. Next matchup we're going to see is Drago versus Mamba versus Mr. Iguana, and a to be announced. Of course, we don't know who the to be announced is yet, but so far I'm taking Mr. Iguana. And the reason I'm really taking Mr. Iguana is because I've said it so many times about Mr. Iguana that his star just kind of went from here to continuously rising in the past probably 5-10 years in the Lucha Libre world. This guy was really a nobody, and he just kind of shot up through the ranks really fast. And I think that's what this matchup is going to do as well. I could see him really winning and just kind of shooting up through the ranks and just kind of, going really big, really fast for sure. Next matchup, we have Lucha Brothers versus Son of Viking and Laredo Kid versus Taurus and to be announced. I'm taking Taurus to win this one. No, actually, I take that back. I'm going to take Lucha Brothers to win this one, just because the Lucha Brothers pretty much win everything. There you go. Pagano teaming up with Cheeseman teaming up with Murder Clown to take on Puma King, Sam Adonis, and DMT Azul. I'm probably going to take Pagano, Cheeseman, and Murder Clown to actually win this matchup just because they're the better luchadors all around, better tag team. They have more experience teaming with each other, and just really they're fan favorites, and just kind of how this whole feud was going. Originally, it was going to be a triple threat where Pagano was going to face Cheeseman and Murder Clown. They were going to do a triple threat, but then they were attacked during the press conference and yada, yada, yada. So it's your classic good guy versus bad guy. Good guy's going to win type scenario. You know, one thing I'm going to jump to and really kind of talk about for the next little bit is I found this really, really shocking is that CMLL released Samson. Sorry about that, my phone keeps cutting out, but CMLL released Samson, Caterio, and Farasto, which really shocked me because that pretty much vacates a lot of titles right there. You have the trio titles, which these guys were trio title holders for years. These guys were trio titles for held the titles for 4 years. That's insane. It frees up middleweight title and the King of the Underworld title. Now, Samson was the first and only ever King of the World champion. So that really frees that up. And I'm really shocked because, I mean, this was just this was just crazy. Basically, this is a huge, huge loss for CMLL. I don't really see them really recovering too well from this one for sure. The team, the trio team kind of came out and said that, the reason that they were leaving was because they were still young and they wanted to explore the field and, lucha in more places around Mexico. And, they just kind of wanted to play the field more for sure. But as far as other luchadors in CMLL are saying otherwise, a lot of luchadors are suggesting that there's a big cancer within the CMLL. Now, we've seen CMLL have big losses when they got rid of Rush. Rush was a huge, huge loss for the CMLL, as well as Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee was a major loss for the CMLL as well, and they released them both, which I found really, really shocking, and I don't think they really recovered quite well from those losses. I think they're really still reeling from those losses. And I mean, Samson kind of came out and said it had to do a lot with Ultimo Dragon, Ultimo Guerrero had a lot to do with him, and that he was kind of the reason that they left, which I could kind of see in a way. But I mean, this is a big, big loss for them for sure. I don't see them really recovering. I mean, there's nobody that could really, hold a candle to how great these guys are. I mean, Samson is still one of my top 5 favorite luchadors. This is just insane. Moving on, of course, CMLL's 88th anniversary show is coming up. In about a month, it's announced to be held on September 24th. Some matches have been announced. I mean, we'll see Mystic and Christic versus King Comment and Black Spirit. I mean, that should be a decent matchup as well. We'll see the new Dynamite Jen versus the Cancer Bats. We will also see a lot of voting because they're doing a lot of voting for fan voting. We're going to be seeing a lot of fan voting because CMLL is having their fans vote on what matches they want to see. So they're basically putting out lists on their websites so you could vote on who you want to see during these, during the anniversary show, which I think is kind of a good idea. But like I said, I mean, CMLL since, really since COVID kind of came back, they've just kind of been plummeting, and just really huge news with the trio tag team champions being let go. I mean, I can't or them leaving. I don't know, man. That's just speechless. But I'm just gonna leave it right there. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and watch, and we'll check the next one.